Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is your boy Fitzmonk TV here, aka G-Lord33. I am back here today with your Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 67 early draft pages. Before we get into anything, I want to say thank you to DBS Hype, as always, for getting us the early pages. And I want to say thank you to Dragon Ball Super France for the early translations, alright? We know that this is the end of the Moro saga. We had the end of the battle with Chapter 66. It was a fantastic ending. We had, Goku destroyed the crystal in Moro's forehead using the power of Ultra Instinct with the help of Oob, Vegeta, and the others. And now in Chapter 67, we're going to get the wrap-up. And we are supposed to be getting the beginning of a new saga. We don't know what's the next saga is. We don't know who's the enemy. We don't know how much time is going to pass. We have no idea what's to expect. But we're going to talk about it a little bit in this video while going over these early draft pages. So, really quickly, I have the images right here. I will show them to you in order in just a sec. But I want to read the quick summary. All right, like I said, thank you to Dragon Ball Super fans for getting us so quickly. So the title for the chapter is conclusion and ... So basically, conclusion, of course, the end of the Moro saga, and they don't want to spoil, but this is clearly for the next saga, whatever it is. But all right, so let's go through it. So the chapter starts with the Z team running towards Goku and congratulating him for defeating Moro and putting the end to the battle. As usual, Vegeta and Piccolo remain neutral, right? This is no surprise. We know that Vegeta and Piccolo, they don't really like to, go over showing emotion. We all know, like, someone like Krillin and Gohan, people that are really close to Goku, they get emotional when it comes to these types of things. But Vegeta and Piccolo, they're happy that they won, but they're not gonna go, running up to Goku, give him hugs and all that, right? We see everybody that was at the lookout, right? They're celebrating. We also see the Yardrats, who we know they were paying attention to the battle. Because remember, they trained Vegeta. They were the ones that, taught him how to get spirit vision. So then Vegeta comes to Goku and asks for an explanation of the incredible power he deployed at the end. So Goku says that he too does not know in detail what it is, but it means that there are still people on Earth with enormous power that they did not know existed. Vegeta gets annoyed by asking him if he knows this person and asks him again for explanation, but Goku replies that he will understand in due time. So Goku does know that Oob is the reincarnation of Buu. If you guys remember in the Tournament of Power in the manga, remember we see Dende actually take Goku over to Oob's village and shows, Oob to Goku. But Goku has no idea that Oob has God Ki. Even though Mirrors did reveal that to Goku and Vegeta earlier, but they have no idea that it was Oob's power that, was the key for them to get Goku's energy back so he could defeat Moro. So definitely that's going to be interesting to see, how will Goku and Vegeta react when they find out Oob has, God Ki, and he was the one that sent over that energy. So then we transition back to Oob. Oob's with the Grand Kaioken, who thanks him because he just saved the universe. Oob doesn't understand what the Great Kaioken is talking about and asks who he is, right? Because remember, the Great Kaioken, he went over to Oob, right? And he just told Oob to stick his hand in the sky. And by doing that, his energy got sent over to Vegeta, who sent it over to Goku, right? So Oob has no idea what all this means. But we know eventually, over time, right, Oob will come to understand that he has a great power deep inside him. So the Dai Kaioken tells Oob that he's short of someone who is kind of related to him, and Oob tells him that's not possible because they're absolutely unlike each other, right? So, Oob, when he hears this, he's like, you don't even look like me at all. Like, you look like an alien in a way. So how could we be related? So Oob has no idea about his connection with, the Dai Kaioken and Majin Buu. He has no idea about Goku or anything like that. But he will come to understand that, in the future. But then the Grand Dai Kaioken says goodbye to Oob and flies away. And Oob is just absolutely flabbergasted because he's never seen anybody flying before. So then we see the Dai Kaioken. He returns to the lookout, and we see Dende. He's happy to be able to meet the Grand Dai Kaioken in person because, usually Boo is always in his normal form. He never switches places with the Daikaoshin, even though he's always had this ability. So then we see Boo return, right? So he switches back with Boo, and Hercule gets happy, and he's just happy that Majin Buu is back safe. Because remember, this whole arc began with Majin Buu being taken by Mirrors, right? And Hercule had no idea what was going on. So it's there's some nice emotional moments here. So I know some of you guys are gonna like that. So Boo doesn't understand what he's talking about because the whole time that the Daikaoshin was in control, he was sleeping. So that's just a nice little comedic relief. So he has it's like Boo has no more memory of when the Daikaoshin took possession of his body. So then Hercule offers organize a huge feast, classic Dragon Ball, right? He offers to organize a huge feast at his home to celebrate their victory. So then a little bit of time passes and we see all the Z fighters, everybody, they're all at Hercule's place and they're all eating. So a few days later, we see Eska. He returns to Planet Namek. They use the Dragon Balls to bring back the planets and people that were slain by Moro, right? So they all come back to life. All right. We are also shown an example that planet Zune and its inhabitants have returned. So remember, like in the middle of the arc, Moro and the prisoners that escaped the galactic prison, they went over to planet Zun and they killed everybody on it. Right? They took all the treasure and Moro, absorbed the energy, so he got a lot more stronger. So this is just an example of everything going back to normal. So the arc officially ends. So the last page of the draft page, it says the arc ends by telling that everything and everyone is back to normal except for a certain angel. So everything's back to normal. Moro's dead. All the planets and people that were caused harm by Moro and his actions, they're all brought back to normal. They're all brought back to life, right? But the only thing that's different is that Mirrors is gone. Mirrors is gone because of his sacrifice so that Goku could trigger Master Ultra Instinct. So remember, we saw Beerus and Whis leave planet Earth in the middle of Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 66 because they had been summoned by the Grand Priest at his palace. A lot of us have been looking forward to this because we have no idea what's going to happen here. Will the Grand Priest be angry with Beerus and Whis? Will he be, okay? Right? Will he just accept what Mirrors did? We don't know. But that's the big cliffhanger that the early draft pages leave us. So I can definitely see, the second half of this chapter being Beerus' conversation with the Grand Priest. We have no idea what's going to happen there. But really quickly, I'll show you guys the images, right? So here you have, Krillin and company coming after Goku, right? Krillin giving Goku a hug. Gohan, Tien, and them all happy that Goku won. Vegeta, of course, Piccolo's smiling, but Vegeta's annoyed, right? I was kind of hoping we would get to see Vegeta smile. But we see everybody at the, Dende's lookout, happy that Goku got the victory, right? We see the Yardratians, everyone on planet Yardrat celebrating as well. So this is, of course, Vegeta asking Goku, where that power came from. And, like all this, I already told you guys in the summary that I just read. So here we have Oob, talking with the Daikaoshin. And of course, Oob has no idea who this guy is. Moving on, right? Back on Dende's lookout, we have Oob, right? He's flabbergasted once again that he just saw somebody flying for the first time. Daikaoshin back on the lookout, right? We see the Daikaoshin switch places with Boo and Hercule gets excited. So, of course, they're hugging. I love this image down here. You have, like, all the others, right? The non-Z fighters all together. So we see 17 and 18. They left the battlefield to pick up Marin, right? So they picked her up from the island. Actually, no, she wasn't on the island, all right? I'm thinking of the Tournament of Power. She was on the lookout the entire time. But 17 and 18, they went back to Kami's lookout. Here we have Bulma. Here we have little Bula. Woo-wee, Vegeta's daughter, right? We have Popo. Popo's over here. We got Dende, right? And we got the rest. We got Eska. We got Chi-Chi, Ox King. Oh man, love it. Love it. I love that panel. That's an awesome panel. So, of course, back at Hercules' place, this reminds me a lot of the special episode in Dragon Ball Z after the Buu saga, right? It was that special episode where, Hercule has like the great feast at his place. So this is kind of like an Easter egg to that special episode. That's when we met Vegeta's brother, Tarble. In the anime for the first time. So of course we have Goku eating, right? I love this stuff. Look at that. Look at Pan's still young, bro. When are they gonna age these characters, man? When are they gonna age these characters like Goten and Trunks and Marin, right? And Pan? Like, come on, we gotta age them at some point. But then, here, of course, we got Gohan, Trunks, and Goten. They're mad because they didn't get to take place in the battle, right? We got Krillin there with his wife and Marin. We got Tien and Yamcha. Master Roshi, of course. We got Piccolo. Everyone's celebrating. I love this panel right here. Like, Bulma's eating, and then you have Vegeta's daughter, Bula. She's, like, excited, right? And Vegeta's not paying attention. Vegeta's just grubbing. So then we have Goku here. Goku's taking Asuka back to Planet Namek. He's saying goodbye, right? Everyone's happy. You can see Vegeta here giving a nice little smile really quick. I know you guys can't see it, but he's smiling. And then this, Goku returns Asuka to Planet Namek. They use the Namekian Dragon Balls to return everything back to normal. Classic Dragon Ball, right? So everything's back to normal. You guys can see the example of Planet Zun, and of course the last panel. The last panel being them saying that everything's back to normal except for the angel that disappeared. So the only thing that's left is the whole mirror thing. That's the only like loose end that's left to tie up. So I know some people are saying Moro's not dead, but there's really no sign of him, right? He's gone. He blew up. Like, and even if Moro returned, like, come on, he's not a threat to Goku. Like, Goku could just go Master Ultra Instinct and take him out with ease. So, yeah. Even though I'm kind of surprised Goku didn't say anything about mirrors in any of these panels. He's just, eating, I don't know. Goku didn't say anything about mirrors here. He's just going, about his normal life. But either way, remember, this is not even half the chapter. We still have the whole thing with Beerus, Whis, and the Grand Priest to look forward to, and whatever else they're hiding, right? The start of a new arc. I'm excited to see what they got planned. But yeah, right now, that's it. That's it for the early draft pages. So like I said, we'll have spoilers near the end of the week. So probably around, I'd say probably around Friday. Make sure you guys have notifications enabled so you guys are notified every time I post a new video. Because around Friday, Saturday, that's when we'll be getting spoilers, and the chapter should be out by Sunday. December 20th is Sunday, so that's when we'll have the full chapter out. So you guys will have your review, your reaction, the aftermath, the normal stuff we do here for the manga every single month. So that's about it for right now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys thought of these early draft pages, right? Do you guys like how, everything's normal? It's a nice happy ending, something that Dragon Ball is known for, really. But let me know what you guys expect. Also let me know your predictions. What's gonna happen with Beerus and the Grand Priest, man? I am very excited, to see what happens there. But we'll just have to wait and see. Other than that, guys, that's all I got for you guys today. Leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys later. Peace.